any sign of Shangile, Hosana. Now, with that weather we've had, they're probably sitting on a kill somewhere. It was ideal hunting weather, with a windy, rainy, stormy. But if we have no luck in the Mawati, we're going to see if we can catch up with one of our favorite leopards. The big, the beautiful, the bombastic Mr. Quarantine. Now we could get some really nice frog sounds later on this evening. I'm quite looking forward to that. So the last place we saw the cubs was just over here, and Karula was just evening, was it not? Yes, it was Wednesday evening. So Saturday now, so it's been a few days without seeing even a track. One of the reasons I'm checking the Mawati River is because it's one of the few places we might be able to see tracks quite easily after the rain. The air is crystal clear today, no dust, very blue skies, quite beautiful. Quite a few times. Karula has left them in this little grove of tumbuities and jackal. Well, sorry about that. I think with all the rain and the sudden flush of green, there's an offending tree that is between us and the guy who repeats us. Sometimes some areas that are normally quite good from a signal point of view can get a little bit bad. So I do apologize for that. This is all in the hope of finding the royal family. Checking all the favourite hangouts, but alas, no sign just yet. Just some nyalas grazing on a white berry bush. So we're going to leave the nyalas to their afternoon tea and say toodaloo.
This programme features live coverage of an African safari and may include animal kills and carcasses. Viewer discretion is advised.
All the animals are standing in the shade today, and so are David and I. And this is Safari Live.
Ready?
Standing by.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are live, you are live. Welcome everybody to another sunset safari. It's a lovely scorching day, and like I said just a moment ago, myself and David are hiding away in the shade. Now my name is Taylor, and like I just said, David is on camera with me, and we are surrounded by impala. And I think that it's a great way to start the afternoon with a beautiful herd of impala, and they're so relaxed. But as you can see, they're not doing too much at the moment. They really are just moving from shade to shade. And I suspect that they're probably edging their way closer, perhaps to a watering hole, where they'll maybe have a drink a little bit later. And on this very fine, hot afternoon, I'm hoping that we're going to find some warthogs and perhaps some elephants, my favorite animal, splashing around. Now, if you've just tuned in, welcome again, and you are currently watching a live safari. So if you'd like to interact with any of us out and about today, you're more than welcome to, and you can either hashtag Safari Live on Twitter, questions at WildEarth.tv. Should we go a bit closer? I think let's go for, oh, hang on. There's a male that seems to be chasing, I think it was another male around. Now I wonder if they're going to do a loop back. There we go. Chasing a young boy out. And he's probably from last year, an offspring from last year, and hasn't quite realized that he's not really welcome in the herds anymore. Off he goes, giving a little shout as he tells those young... Perfect, let's keep going forward. One of the really amazing things about this time of the year is that most of these impala lambs have sort of really got used to their legs. And what I'm hoping to also see, because it is such a nice day, I think everybody's is full of energy after the cold, miserable, rainy days we have had. And I'm hoping that they're going to show us how big and strong they've got and really test their legs for us by bounding about. That's always really, really pleasant to watch. Just stop up here. Hello guys. They're everywhere. They're on the right side of us, they're on the left side of us. There you go, there's that male again. Look how he's just chasing a female around now. And he's not running very fast at the moment, but you won't believe how these impala can pick up the pace when they really want to. Watch this, watch him as he opens up. Oh, you're a bit lazy. Nah, he's just playing games. He's not really too bothered at the moment. And you can see everybody else just standing by, watching, hoping that he's not going to turn on them and chase them around. It's almost difficult to spot the youngsters amongst the adults now. They've grown up so much. But isn't this just so lovely? All grooming, some of them chewing on the cud. Those two are the little ones are actually grooming each other. Isn't that a good way to strengthen the bond between the different members of a herd? And one of them is a little young boy. So sadly, this time next year, he'll probably be facing the same doom as that other young male impala has just received from a big adult being chased away. And the birds are even very quiet this afternoon, which is unusual, but I'm sure that will change as soon as it cools down a little bit later. Oh, there he is again. Just when I said he was being a bit lazy, it's like he's gone on a bit of a rampage now, and he's moving about and chasing everybody. Maybe he's herding the rest of the herd back together. They do seem to be quite spread out, so that's possibly what he's doing now. It's always tough when you're a boy and you've got to continuously keep all the girls, make sure that they stay in your territory, otherwise he could lose some of them to another big, stronger male. And every now and then you can hear him snorting and gargling away as well. Sometimes he doesn't chase them, sometimes he'll just use his voice, and that's enough to send the females back. Here he comes. Look how he's herding them now from the thicket just to the right. He's pushing them out. They've obviously just got a little bit too far away. But not too much of a panic. Oh, their coats are so lush and shiny at the moment too. It's beautiful. I think they must have the most stunning coats. And I think that's a really wonderful way to start the afternoon with a massive herd of impala. But myself and David are going to head towards Sydney's Dam to see if those African fish eagles are still out and about. But Brent has got one of his favorite little creatures. He's sitting in the Mulwati with a group of butterflies.
Look at this, isn't this absolutely stunning? Just this explosion of colour around after the rain. Now there's a couple of different species here. Oh, so pretty. Now the trick is knowing which one to go for, Brian. Let's just go for that one. I think it's there. Oh no. So the yellow ones that you see flitting about are called broad-banded grass yellows, but I'm trying to show you a painted lady, but I can't see where it is now. There's African monarchs, there's some window acreas, there's spotted acrea, and there's some sulfur tips. There's a yellow pansy or two. What do we got there now? That is monarch butterfly, the African monarch. Okay, beautiful. I do love the flutterbys. Now, okay, from that monarch, Brian, come down towards us. Oh, I think you got him. Is that the painted lady? No, that is an acrea. Now I need to open your wings to show me which acrea you... Ooh. Oh, I've forgotten this one now. Oh, it's the one, garden acrea, the one without too many spots on its wings. Now if we come towards us, Brian, I see where that acrea, where's that acrea now flashing its wings? It's in the shade just here, I think. You see it's got its wings closed at the moment. A little bit to the left. There we go. There is a painted lady. Let's wait for her to open her wings. And it's got exquisite coloration on the inside of her wings. Come on, painted lady. Come on, open those wings. There's a monarch with her. You can see, and she's got quite dull coloration on the outside of her wings. So it's to help her camouflage. So she's obviously... Oh, where did you go, painted lady? Not poisonous. I think she's there. There she is. Come on, just one open of flap of the wing to show us how beautiful you are on the inside, not the out. And we're a couple of them around. Oh, she's being too quick today. I'm going to have to find one that's a little bit better. And there's a diadem, the black and white one. A male diadem. Where is he? He's there. Where's he gone now? You got him. Oh, no, there's a white. To the left slightly, Brian. Keep coming. Wait, I think I'm in the wrong patch. Wait, you see the black and white one? Quite a big butterfly. And I'll get... Where am I looking? Am I looking in the wrong place, Brian? I'm going nuts. There we go. I thought we were on a completely different patch of flowers. There we go, there's the diadem. The male diadem. Now, one of the more common butterflies, oh, he's so pretty, that we're seeing amongst this hive of activity is, of course, the little grass yellows. And, oh, he's a hungry butterfly. Very, very beautiful. Now, the female diadem, oh, off it goes, mimics the monarch. Now, let's try to find one of these little yellows. So, oh, someone was asking, Bushmom wanted to know the difference between a broad bordered grass yellow and a broad banded. Well, they're the same. They're exactly the same. There's no difference whatsoever between them. I think with a lot of butterflies, there's actually multiple names for them, and it can be very confusing. Oh, there's a painted lady out in the open now. Now, I got so excited about being surrounded by butterflies that I forgot to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Brent, and I've got my cameraman Brian, and his thumb is going old school all the way back to bedrock today. So, the caveman thumb, and we're going to go look for some leopards now. So while we do that, let's go see James in his sauna.
Now, while Brent is, well, it's saunerish in here, but there's a nice breeze coming from the southeast. But while Brent is heading to the Valley of the Leopard, we are in the Valley of the Brown Recluse. Andre can't see it, everybody. My name is James Hendry. I know it's been a while since you saw me, so that's who I am. And you can talk to us, hashtag Safari Live, questions at wildearth.tv. Terms and conditions of buyer and batteries are not included for the duration of the show. We are as live as everyone else is out here, in fact, probably even more so. Andre is on camera. It's very nice to have his vast legs in the tent with me once more. Marvellous. Now, let's have a look underneath the microscope. For this is the brown recluse, everybody. And you can see the very or brown widow, the very obvious hourglass-shaped red spot on the belly. I'm just going to try and turn the light up slightly. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, don't disappear. There we go. That's a bit better, sort of. And I mean, it looks like an innocuous creature to me, and I have shown you this before, but we haven't had quite as good a view. Front there, you can see them just behind, well, they're not actually, those are the pedipalps, but behind the pedipalps are where the fangs will be. And this thing does have a rather nasty bite for a human being. Won't kill you, or highly unlikely to kill you, but it does have a nasty bite. So that's what that is. And then, what we were hoping was by tomorrow, if you just come back to me quickly, Kirst, we were hoping that the egg sac, which I'll show you now, would have hatched by tomorrow. Well, no, by Monday, because that's, of course, when our TV show is. And it has not. And what I'm going to do before we show this to you is I'm just going to take the exposure down slightly, because otherwise it's just going to look like a blinding bulb in your face. Nobody wants that, Andre, do they? No. There we go. That's the egg sac there. And that egg sac is obviously now stuffed full of little brown widow spiders. And it is very obvious that from this egg sac, what we're looking at here is a species called Lactrodectrus geometricus. And this is the only one that makes a beautiful egg sac like this. So that's the story in here in the Valley of the Brown Recluse. Now, I was rather hoping there'd be some spiderlings by Monday. There might be, I don't know, and I've yet to find out exactly how long they take to hatch. But this thing has been sat in here all week long. And in fact, there's another, ooh, there's the other one. Chandra, look, they're both there. You see that one there? Shall I microscope it? Please excuse this disgusting box. I'm sorry about that, everybody, but no, that is the daddy long logs. It's over here.
Yes.
Shall I put my finger on it?
If you can put it on the floor, it will help.
If I can put it on the floor, or over here, on the floor. And Erin, you're wondering how many spiders there are in the egg sac. Erin, I would suspect that there are at least 20 little spiderlings. There we can see it. And it's exactly the same species. I thought at one stage that there were two species, but this one has also got egg sacs just behind there. And we see them over there, Gendry. No, we can't. Let me move this for you. Sorry, everyone, I didn't expect to find all of these things like that. How's that? Is that better? There we go. That one's got 3 egg sacs. So, Erin, we could have up to 100 rather deadly spiderlings in here fairly soon. So it's best we put the lid back on this lot so that they don't crawl out and give us a lot of trouble. I'll probably release them after Monday on television. Terrifying stuff. Okay, good. Right, well, they can go back outside. I shall firmly clamp this down. In the meantime, Pyjamas Patterson is not asleep. She is, in fact, out on foot, not in her pyjamas, with an animal that I suppose could be thought of as wearing pyjamas.
Definitely not in my pajamas, but unfortunately possibly not with an animal anymore. And the animal that we've encountered is a familiar one, and I'll explain a little bit more in a moment. But a very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Jamie. This afternoon, Viam is on camera with me, and I'm very excited about this bushwalk this afternoon, because I feel as though after all the rain that we've had with all the puddle potential, and then after a few hours of bright and beautiful sunlight, and perhaps all kinds of interesting creepy crawlies, slugs and snails, and hopefully not puppy dog tails, and frogs, and all sorts of things in between might have popped out. And just a quick introduction, with his hat set at a very jaunty angle, is Herbie. Nice hat, Herbie. That is Herbie, or Herbert, and he will be accompanying us, making sure that we don't run into any trouble while I'm blabbering away towards the camera. I might not be fully focused on the bush in front of me. Herbert is a tracker guide and spotter extraordinaire. Now, the animal that I said is quite familiar to us is a little giraffe. Well, it's actually not so little, I have to say, when you're on foot with it. There it goes. It's okay, little one. Shame we came stumbling down the road, just went round the corner, and there they were. And there they go. It is now gone. Giraffe has vanished off. But that is the same young giraffe, I'm pretty sure it's the same young giraffe, that we saw for the TV shows. When was it? Was it our 6th installment? Don't get nuts. Often